Hello there, my name is Faith. I'm the lead trainer at the Diction Network, your number one public talk hoster. I must say that you've made the right decision to take this course. I always tell my students that life is a teacher, that the more you live, that's the more you learn. And then the day you stop learning, that's the day you die. No knowledge is a waste. You never can tell where you're going to find yourself based on this skill that you are about to acquire. Now, while I was starting out, I worked on myself so hard that when I eventually went into training, my trainer had little or no work to do on me because I put in the work, I put in the dedication, I put in the hard work. Me getting to this point is not magic. Nothing happens by magic when it comes to speaking. You have to put in the work. All I want you to do is stay with me on this journey, listen to instructions, and follow them properly. Without further ado, let's get right into the lesson. Now, the first thing I want you to know is diction. What is diction? Diction is simply the choice of words, or diction is how an individual pronounces his or her words in speech. Now, I also want to talk about another term, which is elocution. Elocution is simply the ability for you to speak clearly. It's different from just speaking. Elocution is the ability for you to speak clearly and in a way that is acceptable socially. You might be very good at speaking, but then you might be poor when it comes to elocution. I know you're a bit confused. Never be. We will talk about that subsequently. Now, for you to have a good diction, you need to know the vowels and consonants of the English language. What is a vowel? A vowel is a speech sound that is produced with the mouth open without the tongue touching the top of the tongue. And for example, the vowel ah. When you say ah, your tongue doesn't touch the top of your mouth, neither does it touch the teeth. Whenever you're pronouncing the vowel sound, there is a free flow of air. On the contrary, the consonant sound has an obstruction. When you pronounce the consonant, there is a stop, there is an obstruction for you to get that sound accurately. Now, on the vowels, we have three types of vowels. We have monophthongs, we have diphthongs, and then we have triphthongs. Monophthongs are simply single vowel sounds. A single vowel sound, it's a monophthong. When you think of mono, it means one, right? Yes, so monophthong is a single vowel sound. Example of a single vowel sound is ah, e, oo, and the likes. Now, diphthongs, on the other end, is a combination of two vowel sounds. Two vowel sounds, for example, ah and e. You add ah and e together, what do you have? I. For example, the word I, it's a combination of two vowel sounds. We also have words like strive, S-T-R-I-V-E, strive. That's a combination of two vowel sounds. Now let's move over to three vowel sounds, which is triphthongs. Example of three vowel sounds we have in words like flyer, flyer. So you have an I, A, and E. Flyer, flyer. That is an example of a three vowel sound. That being said, let's move over to stress. When you think of stress, what comes to your mind? You think of strain, you think of pressure, especially when it comes to work. But that is not the kind of stress we are talking about. We're talking about the extra force applied to a syllable of a word or a sentence, even a phrase. The extra force applied to a word, a phrase, a sentence, that is what we call stress in English. For you to be a good speaker, you need to understand how stress works. If you listen to what I'm saying, you will understand that even while I say my sentences, there are certain areas that I put some emphasis. Did you observe that? I just place an emphasis on the word emphasis. Yes, you must understand the dynamics of stress in English. English is like music. You need to come up, you need to come down at some point. You're never flat. You're never flat. English is musical, it's enjoyable. Once you know how to find your way around it, you will love it. People listening to you will love you for it. So just stay with me on this journey and see your life transformed for the better when it comes to speaking with poise and elegance. So for example, if you have the word business, extra force applied to the word lies on the first syllable, which is bu. Business, business, and not business or busyness, if there's something like that. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So the stress is placed on the first syllable of the word business, business, and not business. Imagine me talking about the word and then I say, what kind of business would you like to do? It sounds awkward, right? Yes. You should say, what kind of business would you like to do? That is more appropriate. That is how stress works.